Okay, ready for the big reveal in 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. No, no, no. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to JR Rare Coins and welcome to another PCGS unboxing. We have about 40 fresh coins to go through today. You can hear them all in there, ready to be opened up and revealed for the first time live on video. I have not looked at any of the grades, so we will compare what I wrote down when I submitted these coins to the final grade that PCGS deems them. So without further ado, let's get going with this unboxing. And if you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you do not miss future videos and tap that like button to help with the YouTube algorithm. Let's get to our first coin. Well, it looks like we'll have 27 coins. Okay, so let's get into it. 27 coins at $23 a piece equals $621. Return shipping was $46, so $667 out the door for this submission, in case you were wondering. This is the snail mail tier, tends to be the cheaper coins, up to $300 in value. If you go over that, you pay an extra fee. First up, got this 1878 Seven Tail Feathers reverse of 79. So this one I wrote down as a nice MS63, as you can see there. And fun fact, this is actually a crackout coin. I think this is the only crackout coin this entire submission. The rest of it is from a fresh collection that's never been graded, but this coin was graded MS63 CAC. I don't know, I thought it was a really nice 3, but NGC called this an MS62. You wouldn't believe it. I downgraded it at NGC. So we'll see what happens at PCGS. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, 63, okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. In hindsight, I probably obviously shouldn't have cracked it out, but I thought it had a shot at going a 64. It just looks like such a sweet, pleasant coin, nice toning. So this is kind of a break-even deal. It crossed over, big whoop, doesn't really matter, won't make anything on that. But let's proceed. Coin number 2, we have this trade dollar here. I wrote down either good 6 or VG8, but I did circle VG8. So let's see. Actually, I guess I could show you the obverse without showing you the grade. Okay, there we go. Place your bets. I can't see it yet. Here we go. Boom. G6. Okay, we were very close. That was our other grade that we were thinking, so we will take that. Not very valuable, but any straight graded trade dollar is very popular. Collectors love these things. They told an interesting part of US history being sent to Asian countries for various trading activities, and a lot of them were chop marked to prove their authenticity and prove their silver weight. But this coin, surprisingly, is very worn, yet no chop marks. Okay, next up we have this 57D Franklin half. This one I wrote down nice MS65 full bell lines plus. So that's a mouthful, but I feel like it could go 6, but it just doesn't have quite enough pop. Let's see the obverse. Very mark free. It just doesn't really wow you like a 6 probably should. So that's why I'm going 65, and maybe if we're lucky, 65 plus. Whoa, okay. 66 FBL. All right. I stand corrected. I totally agree with that grade as far as like marks and scratches and all that stuff go, because look at this coin, very mark free. Abnormally nice for a Franklin. Then again, I was saying 65 plus full bell lines, so I mean, we're only half a point off, so I would consider that. So I would consider that a win. Okay, next up we have another one, and I really liked this coin as well, except we have a wipe. Can you see it right there on his jaw? That little hairline patch. So maybe it's a wheel mark, maybe it's a wipe. So because of that, I wrote down 65 FBL. You can see below that I wrote 64 originally, but I figured, you know what? They might not really care that much. We'll call it a 5. I didn't think they would care too much of it, but still, like, you can see those hairlines there. But apparently PCGS did not really mind that much. So 65 FBL, cool. Probably not worth a lot, but we'll take that. Okay, next coin, we got this Walking Liberty. Let me change sheets here. All right, on to the next sheet, 1942S 50C. We wrote down either 4 plus or 5. As you can see, the back is very nice. I'd say a 65, but the front, also very nice. But we do have some light scratches above In God We Trust. I hope they're not enough to take it down to a 4, so I'm gonna stick with a 65 on this one, but I could see it going either way. Come on, MS65, 3, 2, 1, bang. 65, we got it. Okay, I really like this coin. Very good eye appeal, flashy, nice white coin. This is a tough S mint and gem, so that's probably going off to CAC. Like all these coins, if you would like to buy any of them, be sure to shoot me an email or an Instagram direct message, and more than likely, I would be willing to sell them. Okay, next up, 1941 Walking Half. I wrote down that it has a wipe, but 65. Okay, where is this wipe? I think it was on the obverse. Oh yeah, same thing. It's above In God We Trust. See that in the field? Those little wispy hairlines. Not terrible, but definitely something that would keep it out of a 6. So I think for that reason, they're going to call it a 5, unfortunately. 3, 2, 1. Okay, 64. All right, they clearly noticed the wipe and they did not like it. So I was 1 point off on that. Okay, next up, we got this Barber half dollar, 1900 Barber half dollar. I wrote down XF details cleaned. I figured it was worth a shot to see if they would let it slip by. I mean, overall, it's actually got a decent look to it, but unfortunately, it's just got some hairlines, as you can see. So I'm an easy XF cleaned on this guy. Yeah. Nice XF detail, but unfortunately, those hairlines are a little too much to straight grade it. Well, we got that one right. Okay, next up we have another Barber half dollar, this time 1899. I wrote down nice XF40. I'm guessing we're gonna nail this one. Let's take a quick look. Ooh, 45, okay. We got the little bump. Hey, I did write down nice XF40, so I guess that means I'm not surprised they got the grade bump for originality. Don't you just wish all Barber halves looked like this? This is so sweet. Perfect surfaces, nice and original, great color, great detail. Just a gorgeous coin. Very happy with that one. Not that it's worth a lot once again, but I love original Barbers. Okay, what's next? Ooh, we got a seated half dollar. Okay, this one got some light cleaning going on over here. Very light, just ever so slightly in that field. And then on the obverse as well, we have a little light patch over here. I'm not sure what caused that, but it's a slight break in the darker toning. I for sure think this coin will straight grade, but I did knock it down a point just because it's not like perfectly original and attractive, but it's like 90%. Still a great looking coin. I would probably grade it VF35, but because of this patch, I'm at a VF30. That's what I wrote down, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 1877S VF30. Oh, I even put the little L right there. That means lock. So I'm locked in on VF30. That should 100% be the only grade that PCGS would give this. Here we go, VF30. Yeah, bang. That's cool. Yeah, sometimes I put an L when I'm so locked in on a grade that in my opinion, like the coin should not be any other grade. So nice, we nailed that one through and through. Okay, next up, we have a Carson City. Ah, dang it, genuine, not gradable. That stinks. This would have been a really nice coin. Look at it going. So I wrote down VF20 lightly cleaned, but I thought they would still grade it, but apparently not. Genuine, not gradable. So this is gonna be an easy VF details cleaned. Yep, VF details cleaned. Too bad. That is so close. Not horrendously cleaned, no obvious hairlines even. It's just a little too bright. But I think if I submitted this 3 or 4 times, it would get graded. Or if I give it to NGC, they'll probably grade it. Too bad, that's a tough coin. Carson City type coins are always tough to get. Here we have an 1838 half dollar. I wrote down VF30 nice. Now, does that mean it will go VF35? Because I put down nice, meaning it could be the next grade. Let's see, VF35, yeah. Okay, clearly when I write down nice, that means maybe it is deserving of a grade bump for originality, which this one definitely is. I mean, just a very pretty, nice coin. All original, no big defects, gorgeous coin, great little grade there. Very happy with that one. All right, let's keep it going. Oh yeah, I remember this coin. Super nice. It's got this pastel patina with the rainbow toning, but unfortunately, it has a nice scratch down there. Can you see that next to Washington? Yeah, unfortunately, that is a scratch. So in my opinion, this coin goes from like an MS66 plus down to a 65 because of the scratch. So that's a drop of 1.5 grades as a net because of the scratch. Let's see if we can get it. Maybe they'll call it a 5 plus. 3, 2, 1. 66. Okay, wow. All right. I thought that scratch would have been a problem. I guess maybe they thought it was a 66 plus and they took it down to a 6 because of that. Okay, cool. Again, not that it's worth a ton. I just thought it was really pretty. So, all right, I consider that one half credit. We got it. Yes, the 32S quarter. This one I wrote down Unk Details Environmental Damage because look, it's just got all this spotting and stuff going on. Not a pretty coin. This thing is super ugly. Let's see what they say. Cleaned. Okay. Well, really ugly is what it is. I was hoping for like a 62, whatever, is what it is. All right, next up, we have a Barber quarter here. I wrote down VF35 nice. Well, once again, does that mean it's gonna go XF40? Anytime I write down nice, they seem to give it a grade bump due to originality. So as you can see, very nice and original. What do you guys think? VF35 or XF40? It's one of those two grades. I can nearly guarantee it. I'm going 35. It just doesn't have enough for an XF, so I'm locking in 35. Let's get it. 3, 2, 1. Bang. Easy money. Yep, nailed that one. That is just like a perfect 35. Just not quite a 40, but great halfway to 70 coin. Okay, next up, we have this 1857 quarter. I said 35 or a 40. Now listen, I do think this coin is XF, but it has a really light cleaning, as you can see in the fields. It's just a little bright. You can see that contrast. I mean, I'm nitpicking here. This coin is so nice. I don't think they're gonna care too much. That's why I am locking in an XF40. Let's get it. Bang. Yeah, perfect coin for the grade. This is just a great example of an XF40. Wouldn't CAC, I don't think, but still a sweet coin. Love that thing. Okay, next up we have a 1906 Barber dime. I said either a 1 or a 2. I circled a 1 because it's got a scratch, unfortunately. Oh boy, genuine not gradable. So clearly the scratch bothered them. Unk detail scratched. Yeah, unk detail scratched. I mean, what do you guys think? Like, yeah, it's there. Yeah, I guess that does look pretty bad through the viewfinder here, but I mean, if you just look at it from afar and stuff, like, looks like a 61 to me. But I'm not too upset about that one. That one's fair. The scratch is there, no hiding it. Next up, 1836 10C pour 1, I said. I mean, look, this coin sucks pretty bad, right? This has got to be a 1 out of 70. It could be a fair 2, but I'm hoping for a pour 1. That would be better. That is because there are lowball collectors who collect the worst coins possible, so long as they straight grade. They want them all worn down and ugly looking because imagine the stories these coins could tell. People find that interesting when a coin is all worn down, but you can still just make out what it is. So as you can see here, we can just make out the date. I've had bad luck with these lately. They keep calling them fair 2, but I'm gonna just be hopeful and go with pour 1. Here we go. Gosh, they keep calling them fair 2. What do you all think? Is that really fair 2? You can't have much less. Come on. Isn't that a pour 1? All right. Well, maybe the next one here because we have another one. I wrote down pour 1. This has got to be pour 1. Yeah, we got the pour 1. All right, I'll take that. That's actually a nice pour 1. That could easily be fair 2, but the back is pretty much toast. Believe it or not, that's a win. This coin went from being worth like $8, $10 to more like, I don't know, 50 or 100. All right, next up. Whoa, we've got the Indian. Oh yeah. I wrote down 65 red. I am sure about it. I'm confident with it. This thing is a fiery, blazing beauty. Look at this. I'd call this like 95% red. And I think it's easily a 65, if not like a 5+. This thing is a beauty. Gosh, you just do not see them like this. Okay, ready for the big reveal? In 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, 64 red. No, that's a 5. That is a 5. Wow, that's a letdown. What do you all think? That back is nearly a 6, and this front is like a 5. We need to get Eric from Sublime Sense in here. Get in the chat, Eric. Am I going crazy or is this a lock MS65? Oh, that back is so nice. All original. This came out of an original, I think, Bowers and Marina auction from the 80s. Never graded before, and I'm pretty sure they called it a 5 red back in the 80s, so I'm a little upset about that one. We have this 1891 Indian. I said 64 or 65 red brown, but I circled 64. Kind of just has the perfect 64 look to me. Back is a little hazy, but the front, very strong, but it's just got some spots and stuff. So I think they're just going to land on an easy 64. Not enough marks to be a 3, but not pretty enough and not enough pop to be a 65. So I'm like a locked in 64 red brown. 64 brown. Oh man, really? I mean, that's got some red going, right? Eric, please comment down below once again. You like this for a brown or should this be red brown? You guys can go ahead and comment down below. I agree with the grade, just not the color. Huh, okay. All right, next up. Don't really remember this one, but apparently PCGS does not like it. It's an 1882 1 cent. I called it a 3 brown. It's got kind of a funky look, almost looks like whizzed or something. So I'm guessing they called it cleaned, but like, I thought I had a shot at going 3 or 4 brown, but what, unk details cleaned? Questionable color. Huh, what do you all think? I think they're harsh on my Indians today. This coin looks pretty nice. I could see it in like a 3 brown, But okay, what do I know? They're the professionals. All right, next up, let's see if we can redeem ourselves on the 1876. I said VF35, but probably a 40 though. If y'all are new to the channel, you might not know that I historically grade Indians very harshly compared to what PCGS and NGC call them. So like this one, this is like a VF coin for sure in my book, like a 30 or a 35. But I'm always one grade too low. So I've trained myself to like bump it up a bit. So while I think this coin is VF35, I think PCGS might give it a 40. Definitely has a nice chocolate brown look. Overall pleasing coin. But the back just does not make XF40 in my opinion. Actually, for once, I think they might agree with me. VF35, locking it in, let's get it. They called it XF40. How did I know they would do that? Oh my gosh, wow. Do we get double points for that? I said VF35, but probably a 40. Yep, PCGS likes these coins for 40s when they look like this. Okay, I mean, I'm not complaining. I just guess I'm a little harsh when it comes to copper. Okay. What do we have next? Okay, 1863 Indian. I called it 58, maybe on a bad day of 55, but I thought it's actually a pretty nice coin. All original. It still has its little green crustiness in there. I probably should have tried to conserve that away before sending it in, but I just left it all nice and original. I thought it was pleasant looking and I knew it would straight grade. So I'm nearly MS61 or 2, but with that little bit of friction and wear, I'm at an AU58. I think it maxes out almost uncirculated. So let's see if we can nail another Circ Indian. AU58, come on, come on. Whoa. All right, I was off. Okay. I did say they could call it a 55. I guess they really didn't like that green on the back. You see all the, let's see if you guys can make it out. Like yeah, you can see it there. Crusty green in the arrows and some green over here. Yeah, I'm not surprised they netted it down one grade. But I thought it would be like a 58 into a 55. But we're not talking a big difference in price, so it really doesn't matter. It's like $20 I'm fighting over here. Let's just move on to the next one and nail it. Oh yeah, the 1818. I remember this one. 1818, large cent. I originally wrote down a 40, but then I bumped it up to a 45 just because it's got all this like luster, I guess, but it definitely has some wear. So I'm really not sure about this one. It originally struck me just as an XF40. But then I started rocking it and I'm like, woo, this thing's dancing and stuff. It's got a really nice eye appeal to it. So what do y'all think? I might be way off. This thing could be like AU and I was super harsh to it. But you all can place your bets right now before we do the reveal. So let's see what the professionals over at PCGS called it. 3, 2, 1. AU50. Okay, I thought that might happen. It kind of struck me as an XF coin, and to an EAC guy, it's probably like VF20 or something because they are historically extremely harsh on copper, but to PCGS, it's an AU50. It's a nice coin. It might sticker, I don't know. Maybe go to CAC with that one. Okay, 3 coins left. We have an 1803 Drape Bus Large Cent. I called it VG8, but I did note that it was cleaned. Oh boy, I guess they don't like the cleaning. Really? It's not that bad. I mean, you guys can see it's got a few hairlines dancing around. Or was it the damage? Actually, they might have let it slip if it was just the light cleaning, but this damage, now that I'm looking at it again, that might actually be why they details it. All right, I'm gonna change my answer to VG details damaged because I think that's worse than the light cleaning going on. Okay, let's see. VG details rim damage, yeah, okay. Fair enough. If it wasn't for those 2 little dots, I think it would have passed the rest of the coin. This is like acceptable, but that I think pushed it over. Hey, look at this big die crack. This is probably this might be a better Sheldon coin. I don't know. I got to look at the variety, see if this is worth some money or if it's just a common one, but that is definitely an obvious die break crack there. So should be easy to find the Sheldon number, or you can comment down below and let me know if it's anything good. Thank you. Okay, 2 coins left. The 1794 large cent, I wrote down AG3. Let's see if you all agree with me. The back, not a whole lot of detail left. The fraction is good, 1/100. And overall, it's not terrible. Like we still have a date down there, 1794. You can just make that out. You got Liberty. Almost looks like a VG or a fine, but unfortunately the rest of the coin just really falls flat with all this wear. But I'm going AG3. Let's see what PCGS said. AG details rim damage. Really? Okay, I mean, I guess we got a couple bumps down there and then a couple bumps over here. What do you all think of that? Was that a little harsh? Keep in mind, this is a copper coin that's 230 years old. Like obviously we got to cut it a little slack, but I guess it just has one too many little dings. It wasn't a big ding that did it in, it's just all these little ones eventually just added up enough to details the coin. So that's unfortunate. I was really hoping this would straight grade because you just don't see many early copper coins straight graded like this. So that one's a bit unfortunate, but I understand where they're coming from. Okay, final coin. Let's make up for it with a good grade on the last one. 1804 Spike Chin, 1/2 cent. Here she is. I wrote down fine 15. And looking at it again now, that might have been a little harsh. I think this red spot just really bothered me. I was at like a VF20, but I took it down due to that discoloration right there. Again, we got to cut early copper some slack, so we're not going to details it for that, but it isn't the most attractive reverse due to that. So I was at like a VF20, netted down to a fine 15. They might even take it down to a fine 12 if they want to be really mean about it. But I'm going to go ahead and lock in my fine 15. Here we go. The final coin, the big reveal in 3, 2, 1, bang. Oh yeah, we got it. All right. Nailed it. Fine 15. That's exactly what I wrote down. So that is a good way to end it. All right. I'll take that. Nice coin. Again, not worth a fortune, but these are just good fresh coins that have never been graded before, all from a private collection tucked away a long time ago. So I went down the whole list of 27 coins, and here's my grading score. 13 of them, I nailed the exact grade. 8 of them, I was 1 away. And then 6 of them, I was just flat out wrong. More than 1 grade away from the correct grade that they said. So I'd consider that pretty decent, but go ahead and comment down below if you were playing along. But that was super fun. Let me know if you guys like this style where I write down my grades or if I just verbally tell you them as I'm looking at the coin with you. I could do either one, but some people said they wanted me to write down my guess beforehand. So anyway, there you guys go. Overall, I consider that a pretty good submission. I'm still annoyed about this coin. I thought for sure it would be a 65 red. So to come up with a 64, that's a big downgrade, and I'm not too thrilled about that. So be sure to drop a comment letting me know which coin was your favorite. And while you're down there commenting, be sure to drop a like on this video and make sure you're subscribed. That way you're automatically entered for the next video's giveaway. And as for this video's giveaway winner from last video, I went ahead and selected a random comment. That winner is right there. Boom, boom, boom. So this person, go ahead and shoot me an email or a message letting me know what type of silver half dollar you would like. And if you want to win free silver next video, then do those 3 things like I just said down below. And I will see you in a few days. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your night.